On July 6, 2025, for my birthday, I decided I would go across Nebraska, mainly to go to Deshler because there was a train show happening on the 6th, but also while I was on my way to Lincoln, I would take a few pit stops along other towns. My first pit stop would be in Geneva, Nebraska, where I'd make my very first stop for the day, seeing a very derelict GTW 080 sitting off the side of the highway. Very cool to see that in person finally. Soon I would leave Geneva and head for my next stop. While traveling on my way to Deshler, I got stopped by a train on a UP Marysville sub, which I had barely any time to get set up for, so it was all handheld. After that train passed, I got back in my car and finally made it to Deshler an hour or so later, where I would make my first stop at Spring Creek Model Trains.
Donnie wants biscuits and gravy.
Need another one?
Yep, we need one more.
Right here.
And I'm.
You can ride with me.
Okay, yeah.
Look at this C75M. I have one of those.
Yeah.
How are you today?
I'm gonna grab a drink.
Wow, that's cool stuff. Wow. Look at all those locomotives. Wow. Cool.
Is that his?
Yo, wait, they have CSX units.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, I need to get that. I need that.
How are you guys today?
I have that.
Good.
Wow. And the heritage units are heck expensive. Wow.
But good, lots of fun.
Oh, that's cool. Got model supplies here. We even got signals. I got searchlight signals. And they got modern Vader signals. Cool. Oh, look at all these. Intermodal, anyone? Wow. That's a lot of locomotives. Wow. That is a lot of Athearn products. Holy cow. Dang.
Are you done, Johnny?
Got these unique locomotives. Got modern locomotives. Got all kinds of locomotives here. All these locomotives. There's a skill trains -9.
Well, you have to settle down so we can finish.
Wow.
Was it? No, I
Oh, look at
that. Oh, okay.
So many train things. That's cool. Ooh. Get a Kansas City Southern Gevo.
You just start power. Over there looks like space. We'll guard it.
DCC ready. Gonna get another DCC engine. All those grain hoppers. So many freight cars. This place is filled to the brim. Got more cars and stuff. This place is insane. I have never seen so much HO scale stuff in my life. It's all brand new too. Arlington block. Wow. There's Rock Island Streamliner. And some Cork Road bit stuff. Oh, there's an O scale for people who do O scale, not me. Omax hopper. What? An Omax hopper? Ooh. May have to get one of those. I just went to Fairmount. I may have to get one of these. Gotta see which ones they have. Looks like it's either Clay Center or Fairmount. Ooh, Spring Creek exclusive. Oh, that's sick. That wouldn't fit on my layout though. Iowa Interstate. Ooh, here's one of the new AC44 C6Ms. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, that's a tough one. This is some cool stuff. We got some KCS stuff down there. Wow. Hey, they got Thomas stuff. What? Yo, that's sick. Look at all this Thomas stuff. I may have to pick up one of these. I may have to pick up one of these. This is cool. After looking around Spring Creek and buying one or two things, I'll show those later, I decided I would drive down a little bit down the road to the event center in town to go check out the train show and see if I could buy another thing and, you know, check out the cool layouts they had and all that. Stuff over there. Our car. Everything scale layout. It's a huge layout. There goes a rail zeppelin. Meow. That's fun. Show scale layout. Really got an Orchard Corbin set up. Look at that. That's cool. There's an intermodal. There's a Loco. Scale trains. I love scale trains. SP tank train. We got an intermodal boat too. That's cool. Okay, boxcar heritage set. Oh, this is a cool layout. And a couple of ton of motors sitting here. SC40s and stuff. Squealer. Oh, this is like a flange squealing device. That's cool. This is an awesome layout. Look at all the lights. That's cool. Someone's got a high green. D&H. There's a derailment. Someone lost all their green. It's like the San Diego side. Look at all this stuff. There's an Amtrak train waiting. Intermountain products.
Massachusetts or Boston or whatever at 5 o'clock in the evening at my time. Right. At 7 o'clock here, they ain't there. Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. More tunnel motors. The bicentennial locomotive. Look at that. It's cool. Ooh, look at that. It's a 901 Lions engine. Some of those. Look at that 3-wheel track. That stuff's old. While I was out looking around the layout and stuff and just checking out all the vendors at the show, I stumbled upon Eric, the famous Amtrak engineer who gives Nebraska rail fans pretty good horn shows and is just a pretty cool guy. And he's also building his own GP60 for 7¼ inch gauge railroading, so that's pretty cool. And it was awesome getting to meet him. After I was done in Deshler, I then left and drove to my next stop, which would be Fairbury, to go check out a few things, mainly being the Rock Island Depot they have in town, and the Doodlebug and a few other things, which we'll see now. After the Rock Island Depot, I left to go see the Fairbury Park, where they had a steam locomotive, UP 421, another one of those millions of 280s scattered across Nebraska, and a M48 tank, another thing that you see very common across Nebraska. Still very cool to see both of these machines. After Fairbury, I would drive all the way north to Dorchester to go check out the Farmers Cooperative GP38 they have, which is very nice and has a very good paint job on it. After Dorchester, Nebraska, Dorchester? I don't know, however you pronounce it, I left to Crete, where I would check out a small BNSF yard where they had an old caboose lying around. I wasn't able to get close to the caboose, but I was able to get a decent photo from far away. Then after Crete, I left to Lincoln. And here's my favorite part of the trip, going to check out the trains at Lincoln's rail yard, at the crossing that everybody who's railfanning in Lincoln knows where it is. And I got to see a few trains leaving and entering the yard, so that was cool. The first train I saw leaving the yard was a local headed up by two fairly unique Jeeps. Oh. They're headed. There's those weird coal hoppers that have the numbers on them. Don't see those often. It's the first time seeing those. Huh. There's a wind turbine. This was surreal. I'm actually weird.
I've seen those cars before.
After that train passed, it would be about 20 minutes before the next train left the yard. This one being a almost all AMD coal train, which was pretty cool.
Why'd the gates go back up? What in the world? What are these gates doing? I don't even know.
The next train I would see would be a couple locomotives moving within the yard, one of which being a Fairbury, although they never got close to the crossing, so I wasn't able to get any of the locomotive numbers, unfortunately. But it was still cool to see the Fairbury engine, even if I didn't actually get a good shot of it.
Oh, that's sick. There's a Fairmex locomotive. Ferromex locomotive on that consist.
And a few minutes after that, I heard a train coming up to St. Joe and barely got my camera out in time to see a GE-led coal train slowly crawling its way into the yard.
Max coal. Well then, I guess I'll get my tripod set up. A lot of locomotives.
The final train I would see at the yard would be at H1-9 and another GE, but unfortunately they were working within the yard, so I didn't actually get to see them go to the crossing like the other train that had only locomotives. But it's still cool to see an H1, especially in the lead. After that, I decided I would drive to a different location and go over the bridge that goes over the rail yard on the west end, where I'd see a few coal trains parked at the fuel pads and then a couple other coal trains parked off to the side, along with a local that would go by while I was walking the bridge. A local being led by an SD40 and a H1-9. So that was cool to see another H1.
Look at all those locomotives. So many trains. Oh, and there goes a local way off there. 40. All those idling trains, as far as the eye can see. Wow. We got 1995 and an H1. Wow. 1695, my bad. And 1035. Wow.
Finally, after leaving the yard and the bridge where I filmed over the yard, I decided I would go out to Haymarket to check out the CB&Q 10-wheeler they had on display, plus a couple other
1055.
things like a caboose and a CB&Q caboose snuck behind some buildings,
That is
among others.
crazy.
Among other
Look at all
things.
that.
After I was done checking out all the cool train stuff in Haymarket, I decided I would leave downtown Lincoln and head back east for home. This time I would follow the BNSF Crescent sub all the way home, using the highway that parallels it, that being Highway 60. There was a lot of coal trains stopped along that route, but anyway, it was an overall pretty good day, and I couldn't ask for a better birthday this year. And now I'm going to show you all the things I bought at the train show and Spring Creek Model Trains. With that being said, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.